here from Beads by Verchiel, bringing you Thursday tutorial time in the Facebook group as we do every week. So welcome to you all, whether it's your first time joining us or whether you join every week, as I know a number of you do, and I'm so grateful for that. Please do give me a thumbs up. Do pop me a note in the comments so I know you are present with me. And also I do a giveaway every week as well, and you're only entered into it if you join in me live. So it's really important that you give me a thumbs up so I know you were present. So sometimes it takes a little while for the comments to come up. Hello, Janet's first online tonight. Hello, Janet, hope you're well. She says, hello, everyone. Hello, Betsy. Betsy's in the States. That's really great that you could join us. Hello, Lucy. Lucy's with her dog that I call Paddy Pants. Hello, Paddy, who's been by her side all day today. Hello, Linda. I can't remember if this is your first time joining, Linda, but welcome to you. Hello, Tracy. It's great to have you as well. A number more numbers are hopping on. So I'm going to have a little recap while we're waiting for people to join. So this is kind of part 3, I guess. So we started off with the wire wrap rings like this. So I've got kits for the wire wrap rings, and you can, there's enough wire and materials to do 2 rings. So you can always utilize one of them to do the pendant. So we did the pendant in the second week, which you can also do the matching earrings as well. I'm gradually getting these on YouTube. The pendant one took me ages to download. I'm not quite sure why, but that'll be going on soon. These are the kits. You will need tools for them, and they come in 5 different stones. So those are in the thread as well. There's a few more people joining. Hello, Tracy. I think I've said that already. Sorry. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Carol. I think I was a couple of minutes early. My watch and my phone were out of sync. Hello, Francis. So tonight we are going to do a little Suncatcher. So the little Suncatcher has got this wire piece in it. Now, if you are new to jewelry making, or if you want a refresher, we're also doing some wire wrap loops using eye pins. If it's all double Dutch for you, don't worry, I'll explain it as we go along. What else was I going to say? Now, in the thread, I've put a few different bits and pieces that are little teardrop mother of pearl, which are beautiful for going on the bottom of the Suncatcher. There's also the little doves as well. They're in the thread. The other thing that I've got, they're going quite quickly, is these crackle quartz that are in a number of different colours. I'm going to be using one tonight. Hello, Francis and Francis. We have 2 Francises in the house tonight. And also, we haven't done this. This is my frill beadwork bracelet that's still on there. But this is also another option you can use with this weave as well, is to do a candle surround with it. So there's lots of different options. Hello, Jay. So I will crack on, I think, with the tutorial. I better just update you on what materials we're going to be using, what tools you need. So let's start first of all with materials. So we're using 0.8mm wire, and you can use 0.3 or 0.4mm to wire weave. I'm using 0.3 because I find it really soft. It gets a really neat weave, but I know a number of you find it easier to use 1mm and 1 mil to wire wrap the base wires and 4 mil. So do share your experiences in the thread. I'm just giving you a guide so then you can just explore what works for you. Hello Deb, hi Sharon, hi Trisha. I'm getting sidetracked on materials. So we're going to be using ball head pins, which are basically pieces of wire that have got a ball on the bottom, a very small amount of chain, some soldered rings, which means they've got no slit in them, but they're not essential, jump rings with slits in them, eye pins as well, which have got these little loops on the end. In terms of materials, you can use anything, providing they go onto the head pins and the eye pins. And obviously we're going to do the little wire woven bit as well. Linda, I don't have any kits together because sadly I don't have time every week at the moment to get kits available. But there should be all of the bits and pieces in the thread for you to make the project. And if you want any help in choosing and what works, just let me know. And also by buying the bits in the thread, you can make multiple amounts, probably for a lesser amount of money than me making up the kits for you. Hello Betty. Right, in terms of tools, you will need a pair of side cutters. You will need either some chain nose pliers or the bent nose, which I prefer to use, round nose that are looping pliers. Always good to have some straightening pliers as well. So we're going to kick off first of all just by doing a recap on the wire wrapped element. So we're going to make this part first, and so it will actually be a bit of a recap to some of you. Now I am going to do it in gold and silver wire so that you can see the difference between the two, and I'm only going to do a little length. I've got one already pre-made. So let's zoom in. This is the bit where my phone tends to collapse, so bear with me whilst I zoom in. I'm just going to swipe away your comments. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments and I will come back to them after. So this is what we're aiming for. Now for this, I've got two 10cm lengths of base wires, which was the 0.8, and this is my 0.3. I'm going to have a little tail, so you hold the tail in the non-dominant hand, your non-dominant, about 2 centimeters from the end, and just do one full wrap. Bring the second one along. As you see, they're not cut to the right size, but there you go. Do a full wrap round the second one, and then we're going to do a full wrap round the two and anchor it between the two. So you've got 3 moves in this. Number 1, which you've part done already, wire 2, and both, which you anchor in the middle. Now I find it quite useful to use my nylon jaw pliers, if you've got any, to just help anchor it at the start. So that's number 1, number 2, number 3. Okay, so we go around the back. So you do a single wrap round both wires and then a wrap round both, and then bring the wire in the middle. 1, 2, 3. All right, what I wouldn't ever recommend you do is wrap like this. I've seen people do it and it really does make for a very messy type of wire weaving. So just, and then can you see how I just push it down? Now the other reason why I use 0.3 is I find 0.4 is not very kind to my nails. If you're doing a lot of wire weaving, you might want to paint your nails to protect them. I know it sounds a bit daft, but the nail varnish will protect the nails from being chipped. You can wear gloves as well, but I just can't get on with the gloves. Anyway, you carry on with the weave until you reach the other end, and you've got about 2 centimeters left the other end. So see, you always have a front and a back as well. This is more important really when you're using it for jewelry making, so that you've got no nasty ends against the skin. So to trim, I'd normally lift it up like that. With your cutters, you've got a flat part and a grooved part. Use the flat part against it, and that gets a closer cut. And then you would use your pliers to gently ease in any tails, like so. And then you do the same the other end. So here's one I prepared earlier, and I'm just going to show you again. So you trim that off. Now this is where I can't actually remember whether or not I looped it first, but we're going to go for the looping first. So this is a little kebab stick. I think they're some ridiculous price, like a couple of pounds at the most for a couple from any of the supermarkets. Or use a cocktail stick or a knitting needle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap around like so. Now you don't have to hammer that because that is quite strong, but what you might want to do is just adjust it. It really is quite a strong piece. Now I think the other one I've done is much longer than that, so if you do want a longer length, then just make sure that you do a slightly longer weave. All right, so what I'm going to do next, so this is quite, you know, how can I put it, an abstract shape, isn't it? Now I'm going to pop some tiger's eye. I've got some tiger's eye in the thread. I'm going to pop one that way, trim it down so that you've got just under 1 centimetre of wire left between the end of the bead. Turn that excess at a right angle, and then with your looping pliers, loop it back like so. Okay, let's just wait for that to, there we go. Just zoom in, and then I'm going to bring another one out at the side. I mean, you can just curl the other one, you don't have to have another one, but I like them to be slightly offset. I'm going to trim down another centimetre. Whoopsie, there's my cocktail stick gone. And we're going to loop that one as well. So that one will connect with the rest of it. This one, I'm going to turn one at the side, so that's just ornate, and this one again will be linked in with the rest of it. Let's just move all of those bits out of the way. Right, I'm going to turn it at a right angle to turn it back. So you want this one relatively straight, and this one at the side here is literally just for being ornate, and I'm going to turn that one down. So to put it into context, let's just show you the bit we've made. So this is the bit, this one is a wee bit longer, so perhaps 12 centimetre length if you want it a bit longer like this one. So I've got the straight bit going down, which you connect the other bits to, and a straight bit this way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up to show you what we do. So we're going to start with this bit here. Now normally I'd recommend you use 0.8 wire, but what I'm going to do is use a ball head pin. So for those of you that perhaps haven't worked with wire before, you don't necessarily need to buy any extra wires for this, but although you can use it from the wire of the wire wrapping. Right, that's not going through, bear with me a second. Let's just grab another one. So these are beautiful little mother of pearl teardrops. So this is actually making a little bail for it. Can you actually see how you've got that? So we're going to push that in. Whoops. I put some hand cream on not too soon before my live, which was not a good idea because I now have very slippy hands. Right. So cross that over like so, and I'm going to bring that round. I'm going to make that bit straight and bring this one round. Just one loop is enough, like so. And then, like we did before, we're going to cut that down. Actually, no, we're not going to cut that one down. I did this one differently. We are going to roll it. So we're just going to roll so that the loop sits by the side of its partner, like so. Alright, so you've got a nice little finish on there. I'd perhaps bring that round a little bit more. I'd spend a little bit more time with that, but it's a little bit more difficult when you're online. Okay, so that's our one component done. The next component is actually, I am going to do one of these quartz pieces. So I've actually got a little eye pin that it sits on. There's a loop pre-formed, and I'm going to pop a seed bead on the bottom and the top. It just makes it look a bit prettier, and also if you've got any large holes in any of the beads, it saves it dropping through. So we're going to turn it at a right angle, cut the spare wire down to 1 centimetre, and then we're going to turn it back in a loop, like so. Now, if you've not done them before, you will need to practice those, and it will take you time for you to get it how you want it. So that's where we're at the moment. Now, we do need another set of pliers for doing our jump rings, which can be flat nose or chain nose. So let's attach it as we're going. So these are open jump rings. So you want the open at 12 o'clock, clamped in your flat nose, and open with your chain nose. Pop the teardrop on and your crystal and close up. So that's where we're at so far. And then I'm going to pop this one on, but I don't think we're going to need, do we need a jump ring? Yes, I did add a jump ring before. So let's do that. It just gives it a bit more movement, but you can attach eye pin to eye pin if you want to. All right, so you can see how that is just starting to form. And then I've got 2 more pieces. These are in the thread as well. These are, I think they're jasper, and I've just got a little seed bead in between. I'm going to turn it at a right angle to complete the eye pin, cut it down to 1 centimetre excess and turn it into a loop. Now the secret with this is, for the loops, don't do it in one fell swoop, and don't put your arm into it, because if you put your full arm into it, all you'll do is you'll just have to actually bend and twist it out of shape. Now I'm just needing a couple more jump rings. Right, bear with me. So that, I'll just show you on this one how you can attach it directly to the piece. So you can either open this one or open that one. I'm going to open this one because there's no beads on it and it'll be a lot easier. So just lift it, pop that on, and then return that back to its original position. So this is where we're at the moment. I just think it looks absolutely beautiful in the gold. Is perhaps where you don't normally, perhaps if you don't normally wear gold jewellery, but you like gold, it's a nice opportunity to use a bit of gold. This is the dove. I framed it with some of the jasper, and this is going to be my last bit before I just add a length of chain. And these are lovely little gifts. I mean, I had a present, a lovely random gift from a very good friend of mine in the post the other day. And it just really made my day. And it just made me think, do you know what? Getting something like this in the post to someone, sending it in a little box in tissue paper, and, you know, just reconnecting with friends, I think is really nice. So it's just food for thought. So I'm adding a jump ring there. So there we've got it building up really nicely. And then I'm going to add chain. Now I'm not sure whether or not the chain is too fine to fit on this, but I'm going to give it a go. Oh yeah, there we go. So I'm popping the chain on there. Now the chain depends really on how long you want it to be for. You will also need an open jump ring. Pop that on the chain, and I'm just using this soldered ring so that if you want to add sort of some see-through thread or something, you could do that. So let me just zoom out a wee bit more so that you can actually see that. So we've got your teardrop at the bottom, your quartz, which I've got in lots of colours, your tiger's eye, your jasper, your mother of pearl dove, and your chain. On this one, I have got some see-through thread that if you wish to for hanging. So I'm just going to zoom out, see how you found that. And let's get your comments back. Hi Lisa, hi Nora, hi Kim, hi Kay. Don't worry about being late, you can always catch up on the replay. I'm glad you like that. So here we go. So you've got your mother of pearl, your crackle quartz. Now I've got some wonderful colours in this. I think some of you have been reserving them already. So the blue, that would go really nicely with the turquoise gemstone chips I've got. There's a really nice earthy green. What other colours have we got? Some purples. And I just think it makes the gold stand out really nicely. Also, it's a really good way of using up your bead soup as well. So if you've got some leftover gems that are just too special to get rid of and you've only got one, then why not use it in this? The other thing I thought with this as well is, even if you're new to jewellery making, it's giving you some really good concepts. That's a bit wonky donkey. is, you know, learning some of the basics, or possibly even just giving you a recap. So obviously, you know, you can readjust that as you want to, but I'm glad you're all liking that. So we've got some lovely comments from Deb, from Jay, from Trisha, from Betty, Janet, Carol, Maureen, Kay, Kevin, Francis, Betty, and Francis. Thank you. I'm so pleased you like it. But wouldn't that be so sweet if you received that in the post? You could always just put a little handwritten note. We don't do a lot of handwritten stuff anymore, do we, to connect with people? But it was so special when I received something really random. And I don't mean random as in not thoughtful. What I mean is I wasn't expecting it. And it was actually chocolate, which was right up my alley. But receiving anything is just lovely. So, oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my necklace. It's a bead woven one. So that is that. Do fire any questions. Now, I've got a little idea for next week as we're on to Suncatchers. Now, Kevin, that's in the thread, I know you've made this one before, Kevin, so you're going to be a bit of a pro at this one. But I thought we would have a look at the Tree of Life. But we'll do the Tree of Life one week, and then the following week is we'll look at how to put it into a Suncatcher. So this is one, I know Kevin's done some of these. Can you remember, Kevin? I'm sure you can. This is one of my favourites. I do love this. So I think what we'll do, if you all fancy it, please give me your feedback, is to do a Tree of Life. So we'll start off with a much smaller one that you can use as a piece of jewellery. And then we will look at other things. So how do you outline it with beads? How do you make it into a Suncatcher? This you can use with beads and with a knitting needle. And I just love the vibrancy of that. And I know when I had my shop in Cheltenham, I did a Tree of Life workshop with they were Suncatchers, but we didn't have the twiddly bits on the bottom. And I remember one lady, Anne, she did one with all 4 seasons, and what she did is she connected all 4 together, obviously for each of the seasons, and it was lovely. Even if you're not really into wire work, it really is a lovely one to do. It's not hard on the hands, and it's a great thing to learn how to shape the tree yourself. So we're getting lots of, yes, please put it on the thread later, because they were lovely, the ones that you made, Kevin. Oh, we're getting lots of 3 thumbs up on the Tree of Life. Oh yes, June, you did. We did a Tree of Life workshop together with Daxia and her girls. That was when I had my shop at Studley Grange. Oh, and Frances, yes, of course you did the workshop as well, which is now hanging in her bedroom. Yes, Trisha made one as well, and great idea, because I think Trisha used bangles for hers, which is wonderful. You know, if you've got some bangles hanging around that you want to use it for, brilliant. Lots of positive things about doing that. So let me show you what the giveaway is this week. Now, with the giveaway, if you do win, you qualify for free P&P. If you're happy with your giveaway to be included with your parcel that you know, if you purchase anything, there is no pressure for you to buy though. The giveaway, some people say, no, I don't want anything at the moment, thank you, and I just pop it in the post to you. That's entirely up to you. But the option's there because it makes sense, doesn't it, if I'm sending it to you anyway. So what I've got in your little giveaway kit is I've got some of the Unikite gemstone chips. I've got the 0.8 thread, the 0.3 thread, a little bag of seed beads, a little bit of chain, a dove, tiger's eye and the droplet. and a little bundle of the findings as well. So I will put all your names into a hat, and I will put the winner's name at the top of the thread, and all being well, I will be able to tag you in. Sometimes the system doesn't let me tag you in, so it's best to actually check the top of the post as well. Right, I'm just reading your messages. I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, how are we doing? Oh, that wasn't too bad for time, was it? That was super quick. I'll just quickly show you the other ring we did as well. So that was using three wires instead of two to do the wire wrapping. But I have got lots of things up my sleeve. I'm doing lots of new bead embroidery as well, which is looking at pad work. I don't know what the technical term is, but I'll call it pad work, so that you're doing, for example, a flower that has built up 3D inside, so that you've got a raised flower. So I am really enjoying myself actually looking at different techniques at the moment. Oh, you like my hair? Yes, my latest hair is in the thread. My partner said I should call one a mohair. So I've got a grey hair and a golden hair. I think there'll be another one, but it's really nice when you give them a name. They seem to connect better with people as well when they've got names. Sam, I can't promise you it'll be a hair kit. It will be a giveaway that the winner receives. Sam was the winner of the Naming the Bees, and she had a sapphire kit. So she had a little kit on her way the other day. So let's have a look. Fantastic giveaway, thank you. You're very welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you like my little furry creature. Frances is saying she needs a penguin and a turtle for Zara. Oh, I think the turtle will be easy. I'm not sure how the penguin, because I was really chuffed. I did all the illustrating for this. I'm also working on a kingfisher. No, I'm not. Hummingbird. I'm doing a hummingbird at the moment, and another peacock, which I've illustrated myself. And I did try to do, oh gosh, what are they? Meerkats. My meerkat was awful. It looked a bit like a monkey. So they don't come out unless I'm really happy with them. So I was quite pleased, but I do have lots of goes where I keep drawing, and then of course you have to get all the designs and the beads to fit. Gecko, yeah. Oh, unicorn. Oh, I'm so pleased you've learnt a lot in the last year, Janet. That's lovely, and I'm so pleased you enjoy the tutorials. Oh, I'm getting lots of suggestions. I love it. Thank you all. Betty likes the hair too. Oh, bless you all. You're so sweet. Right, it's been lovely connecting with you all. What about a cat? I could try a cat. Gecko seconded too. I will work. I'm really enjoying getting back into my sketching. What happened to the giraffe? Now, the giraffe, Sharon, is still there, but he's busy in the sense that I have to think how people are gonna find the kit, and I think the giraffe needs to be simplified before I put him in kit form. But watch his space. I haven't forgotten him. Anyway, good night to you all. Thank you so much for joining, and take care. Don't forget that they're going up on YouTube gradually. Take care, everyone.